Got some new shoes on this. I had 726s. These are 32s, a little wider. See how much more comfortable it is. All right, taking a break, and I just got to tell you guys, for years, since 2017 when I bought this bike, I've always had 700 by 26 tires. 26 tires are really thin, and the reason is the thinner the tire, the less resistance, the faster you'll go, the less drag to pedal. So I thought that was the norm. But what I have noticed, guys, I started cycling in 2014, and so that's 12 years ago. And what I've noticed is that at least here in California, the streets are getting worse. They're getting more cracks, more bumps, more potholes, and especially bike trails. There are so many bike trails here in California, really nice bike trails. Silver Strand in San Diego, Iron Horse in Dublin, it's a 50-mile bike ride. Merced, Stockton, Modesto, there's bike trails everywhere. But if you think the streets are bad, the bike trails are basically unattended. They're not taken care of. They're falling apart. And when there's not cracks, where there's not bumps, there's gravel here and there. And with those tires that I had, I always felt like the bike was gonna slide out from under me. And I just noticed this last 2 months, 3 months that I started riding again after it got warmer, because I usually don't ride too much during the winter. I just felt like the streets are even worse. I don't know if I'm feeling it more. For whatever reason, every single crack and bump would send a shock all the way up my back, my shoulders, my neck. And by the time I was done with the fairly short bike ride, 10-mile bike ride, I wasn't so much tired from my legs. I was tired from all of the bumps, because it just sends, this shock all the way up your body. Every little bump, every little crack. Well, I didn't realize that even the Tour de France, the professionals don't ride 26s. I was riding 26s. They were riding 28s, a little tiny bit wider. And then I started noticing this trend the last few years, and I never paid much attention to it. And it was these things called gravel bikes. They basically look like road bikes, but yet their tires are a little knobby. I kind of took it as just a trend to get people to buy another bike. So people would buy a mountain bike, they buy a road bike, and oh, now you got to buy a gravel bike. Well, I just started revisiting it. I don't know why, it just popped in my head. Started watching videos and whatnot. I called John Silva, my bike mechanic and friend, and I asked him some advice. And he basically said, listen, if you bump up to 32s, remember mine are 26s, and they were slick, so they had pretty much no tread on them, just slick. That way there would be less resistance. He says, get some 32s, and you're going to feel a lot of more comfort. Honestly, from 26 to 32 is not much difference. These tires are still thin. Look. There's tread on them. They're not smooth, but they're not knobby to add a lot of resistance. But I'm going to tell you what, this ride right now was so smooth. It literally made me fall in love with this hobby again. And I'm not saying I wasn't. I was just getting a little jaded because of the California streets and California trails. Yesterday I did a bike ride in the Bay Area, and this is what finally took the cake. Sharon had an appointment out there, and it was going to last about an hour and a half. So I took my bike, and I saw that it was a bike trail because her appointment was in Fremont. doctor appointment. And there was a bike trail nearby. So I told her, I said, you know what? Instead of just sitting there, I'm going to take my bike. That way I go for a ride while you're in your appointment. That bike ride was so nice visually, but it was so bumpy, loose gravel here and there, which honestly wasn't a lot of gravel, but when you have slick 26s, you feel like, am I going to slide? Am I going to fall? And I'm clipped in, because look at my pedals. I'm clipped in, guys, so that wouldn't be fun. And after that ride, it was so bumpy, it hurt my back. And I just told Sharon, you know what? I'm going to get some new shoes for our bikes. And then she finally, was admitting to me that the reason she doesn't ride so much is because of the bumps. And she just thought there was nothing to it. That's what it is. That's cycling, and you just got to live with it. Well, I'm telling you, game changer. I would have gone for a wider because they have 35s. These are 32s. But they didn't think it'd fit. It fit there, but the problem is down here. It might have not fit. Either way, man, game changer. 732s. This bike ride right now, I just did 5 miles almost. I got to ride back. It was amazing. Just wanted to document it, share it. Some of you are riding hybrids and mountain bikes. Well, technically mine's a hybrid because I have a straight bar. I don't have the road bike horns or whatever you call them. But you probably have even wider than this. And I'm telling you, if you have a hybrid or that has a wide tire and you're jealous of these road bikes because they're super thin tires, don't be jealous. They're feeling every single bump. And when I bought this bike 9 years ago, I've been riding on those thin tires for 9 years. And this is a true game changer, guys. Just wanted to document that. God bless, and see you later.